Kate Hudson wants to get to know her real father.
I have a great family, but it doesn't take away from the fact that we didn't know our dad.
Did she forgive him for abandoning her?
It makes me feel horrible. If that's what it takes to make them feel better, then change your name to Russell. But shut up already.
What made Kate want to befriend him now?
That must be painful for him.
The only expectations I really have that are really high in my life is with my kids and with like family stuff.
And how is she balancing her kids and her job during the pandemic? Kate has 3 kids from 3 different men.
I've got multiple dads. I've got kids all over the place.
And has a hard time balancing parenting and work.
When you have so many kids, sometimes you have those moments where you're hiding in your bathroom going, please get me out of here.
They all have their ups and downs.
I want to be like, yeah, it's so great, and everybody, we're figuring it out. But the reality is that there are days that are great, and there's days that I have to remind myself to be grateful.
Kate knows how important it is for kids to know their dad. She was brought up by Kurt Russell, her stepdad. Her biological father, Bill Hudson, left when they were kids. Bill, though, doesn't seem to agree with this story. When Kate's brother Oliver posted a picture of them together and captioned it Happy Abandonment Day, Bill spoke up.
It makes me feel horrible. That photograph was taken in Orlando, Florida, at Disney World. Goldie was in Miami with Kurt Russell, her boyfriend. And I went down and picked them up and brought them up there for a week and stuff when things were going well.
He seems quite irritated by his children mentioning him.
If that's what it takes to make them feel better, then change your name to Russell. It doesn't mean I love you any less. Doesn't mean I wouldn't want this to go away. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't want to resolve this. But shut up already.
Kate, though, knows he didn't mean to hurt them and forgives him.
My mom never spoke poorly of him. And I was a real tough little girl. I did understand that it didn't have to do with me and Oliver. We did understand that. I do really recognize whatever those issues are just something that he has to live with. And that must be painful for him.
Right.
And I forgive him.
But even if Bill didn't mean to hurt them, he still did.
I have a great family. I have a beautiful mother. I have a stepfather who stepped in and played a huge, huge part in sharing what it is to have a dependable father figure in our life. But it doesn't take away from the fact that we didn't know our dad.
The estrangement topic became a big part of her life.
I think that estrangement is unfortunately quite common. It's important for people to talk about that. Sometimes need a little bit of talk and humor to move us into places where we can heal some of the wounds that have affected us from our families.
And now Kate does everything she can not to repeat her father's mistakes.
The only expectations I really have that are really high in my life is with my kids and with like family stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it's like I just let it go.
Kate is now married to an actor, Danny Fujikawa, and she feels like she's hit the jackpot.
I feel like I hit the jackpot, and his natural ability as a dad is just amazing to watch. He's also just an incredibly supportive partner for me.
Kate feels loved and safe in this relationship.
Honestly, he makes me feel beautiful every single moment of the day. Even when we have fought, I still feel loved.
They have a child together, and Danny is the best dad.
His devotion to the family and to the unit to me, makes me feel like safe and confident and secure.
Danny feels just the same way about her.
Most importantly, she's an amazing person in her heart and soul. So that's really where it counts.
Family is the most important thing for Kate. That is why, even though they weren't close with her dad, Kate really wants to change it now. I've been thinking about our sisters that we don't spend any time with and our brothers. We've got 4 siblings we don't spend any time with. Kate and her brother Oliver discussed it on their podcast. We've been talking so much about sibling relationships and distraught relationships or good relations. And we're sitting here like we have the best family. We're so great. And yet we don't ever acknowledge the fact that we have 4 other siblings. 4. Time is passing fast, and Kate doesn't want to miss her chance. I was thinking about how everybody's getting older. It would be nice to connect a little bit, especially with my sisters. Do you think Kate needs to be close to her biological dad?